Hands down, one of my favorite things to do in almost every preset that I make for the Line 6 Helix or hxstomp is to put the LA Studio comp directly at the end of my signal chain. Yes, that's right, at the end. And I've taken some heat about this over the years with folks telling me, no, that's going to destroy your sound. You can't put compression after time-based effects like reverb and delay. And I'm here to tell you that if you do this correctly, that is simply not true. And this can be something that may improve your presets in a subtle but meaningful way. So a couple things we have to watch for. And the reason I say that we have to do this properly is because we can do damage to it if our settings are incorrect. I like to use the LA Studio comp. I don't know if some people maybe come in and throw a deluxe comp at the end. Not the right compressor for that. I am using the LA Studio comp, which is a model of an LA2A tube compressor. You'll notice today I'm using Helix native so that we can see the gain reduction meter, because that's going to be ultra important. And one of the reasons why I think some folks don't have success with this, we have a very simple feature set on this. The type I'm going to have this set to is compress. I'm going to keep the emphasis at 0.9. Mix is usually at 100%, although I could bring that down for certain situations. My peak reduction and my gain are going to be the two most important features here. The peak reduction is going to tell us exactly how much compression we actually get. So if we bring this down to nothing, you'll see that our gain reduction meter doesn't move at all. If I bring this up to 10, I've essentially destroyed the sound. And so yes, it is possible to destroy the sound with this. You'll notice that I'm getting somewhere up around 15 dB of gain reduction. Not good. Where I had this set was just in around 5. So you'll notice that when I hit the strings fairly hard, I'm only getting my gain reduction going no more than maybe 1.5 dB to 2 dB, and that's the way we want it. Sometimes when I'm playing, it's barely moving, and that's where we want it. So we want to adjust that peak reduction till we're getting this meter to just be moving about 1.5 dB maybe on harder hits. Now, it doesn't mean there aren't other ways we can use this, but this is how I usually use it at the end of the signal chain. And the goal here is to give just a very subtle feel difference to our tone. Now, the gain control we have to be careful of. This is not to balance the volume. If we want to balance the output volume, we want to use the level control. The reason is if I bring this level down and this gain all the way up, you'll see that we're introducing distortion artifacts, even at super low volumes. And there's a good reason for this. The reason being is that this gain control is actually mimicking the tube distortion that the LA2A compressor will exhibit when driven hard. So I usually try to keep that in and around 4 or 5. So when we come in, set our peak reduction in and around the point where we are just getting 1.5 dB to 2 dB of gain reduction, our gain somewhere on the midpoint, mix it 100% and use our level here if we want to adjust the output level, we're probably going to have a really good starting point. So what does this sound like? If I turn it off, very subtle. You feel it in your playing, and if you're listening on a good set of headphones or on a good set of speakers, you should hear a very subtle effect that I really like. Now, if somebody doesn't like it, you can turn it off. Something to be very careful about, though, is anything that you change before it, as far as how much signal you're going to send into the compression, is going to change how much compression we actually get. So if I come to my channel volume on my amp here, crank that from 8.2 to 10, you're going to notice now I'm getting more compression because I'm hitting the front of the compressor with more level. So if we did do that and change the channel volume, we'd have to come in here and roll back our peak reduction to a point that's going to give us the desired amount of gain reduction. So I hope that that was interesting. I hope you enjoy that, and I hope it's something that can raise your presets to a whole new level. Hope you enjoy the music on the way out. The links are below for all the presets that I was using in today's video.